What up, everybody on Al Gore's internet? What it is, I go by the name of Watts, BKA Watts. You can find me everywhere. I'll be all over the place. I'm on the internet. And we want to introduce y'all to a dope new show that we just happened to call Chicken and Flixx. As I said, I am one of your hosts in the situation. I go by the name of Watts. To my left,
Bigatron.
To my right,
Mark Moore, Ghetto Kids, Big Dreams.
Why we gotta be ghetto?
I'm ghetto. I got big dreams.
It read.
Right?
But ghetto people don't read.
They do.
Okay.
Street signs.
With that being said, man, we're going to cover everything dope. We're going to cover everything just nerdy and black and dope. And, you know, y'all can watch, tune in, listen to us because we have opinions that are black. Come on, big man. We hit it. I hit it. You were supposed to. Come on, man.
A
vigorous assemble.
Just basically, cast out my white brothers. I'm feeling you on the Nubian side. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling you. All right. I'm throwing it up. All right.
Thank you, man. A vigorous assemble. That's it, man. We ain't asking for too much, man. All right, so listen. We will realistically be covering a lot of film, a lot of TV, video games, really anything that covers the span in the general scope of being nerdy. We just happen to be really cool nerds, to be honest with y'all, at least in our personal opinions, I guess, and the opinions of the streets, you know what I'm saying, out here in these streets. So, we're going to cover a couple of topics today. We will cover some of the top 10 box office for the week. Disney Plus dropped this week. What you know about that? Did you get your subscription? Are you going to keep everything else that you already subscribed to currently, or are you going to throw it out the window for this nostalgia train one time? We also going to cover a couple of other things like some of the things on Disney Plus. Mandalorian, for example. We even going to cover the new Avengers, or should we say Infinity Saga box set that's getting ready to drop. And are you going to spend $500 on that joint? It's a little aggressive. Good. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and roll into these topics one time. First off, fellas, how y'all feeling today?
Peachy.
I'm good. Can't complain,
I mean, that's cool.
Man, I've been really busy playing that Jedi Fallen Order, so
you got it?
yeah.
Okay,
I love it.
Because Big didn't. I did not copy it. I'm trash.
Nah, I'll get it in a couple of weeks or maybe
Only one of us needs it right now, Somebody has to have an opinion, but
I mean, as long as somebody can hold it down, we're going to go ahead and get it cracking.
that game is sick, though.
Well, listen, before we officially roll into this thing, make sure y'all follow me everywhere at BKA Watts. I spell it like I went to school, BKAWATTS.
Bigatron, VIGATRON 999 everywhere.
Follow me on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at GKBDTV, and on Instagram at GKBDTV216.
Absolutely fantastic. And make sure y'all following the OG podcast, The Last of a Dying Breed. We are the newest thing smoking on the Load Network. Make sure y'all following DJ K Nice, DJ Step 1. Make sure y'all are checking out the Make It Pop podcast and everything else dope that we will be providing for you on the network with new things, expanding and adding on a daily basis. Now, with that being said, fellas, let's get into this top 10 box office, man.
Let's go. Oop, wrong swipe.
No, it happens.
To the left, to the left, to the left,
Swipe
to
right.
the left.
All right, so number one at the box office this week, Ford versus Ferrari dropped with 31 million. That's aggressive. Midway, which was number one last week, dropped down to number 2, is at 8 million, about half of what it made last week. Charlie's Angels, the new one by Elizabeth Banks, debuted this week.
Now, is anybody going to go see that? Because I was thinking about going to see it.
I'm not, but that's because the Charlie's Angels that came out in like the early 2000s were trash to me.
Yeah.
I like Drew Barrymore.
I just wish Bernie Mac could sue.
I found them very entertaining, and I've actually watched them recently in the last couple of weeks.
Do they hold up?
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at it as like an action comedy, now it's new stuff.
But see, that's the thing. I don't feel like they were pitched as an action comedy.
Yeah, they were.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that because Bernie Mac was in? Because I don't feel like you're supposed to laugh
Even
at
from the
this.
very beginning, if you look at the original trailer for the first Charlie's Angels, they show part of that scene where it showed with LL was sitting there next to dude, and he was like, yeah, and they were looking at the TJ Hooker thing, and they were like, yeah, another stupid old TV show made into a movie. They knew what they were making fun of. It was right there.
You think this is the new
Bruh,
one's gonna
go back
just
and
be
watch
like
it. Go back and
straight
watch
edge?
it.
I mean,
action?
I'll go back and skim, but I don't know if I can commit myself to watching two, especially full throttle.
They're not that bad. They're not that bad, but I mean, no, I found them entertaining. I'm not saying I liked them per se, but they're entertaining. I wouldn't turn it off if it was on.
I feel like coming out the gate, looking at this top 10 list, I'm usually at the theater seeing a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of stuff in this top I haven't seen. I do want to see Ford vs. Ferrari because I heard it was good. Midway, I have no interest in. I didn't even know about it until it was number 1 last week, which was weird. Charlie's Angels, I don't really have a desire to see, but I will. I'm probably gonna wait till it come out.
Stick it up.
Yeah, Fire, Stick It Up, something of the sort. Playing with Fire, John Cena's movie, actually came out and did much better than anybody thought it was gonna do last week. And
I'm okay with seeing John Cena on the big screen.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really have no desire to do that. He wasn't bad in Bumblebee though.
I didn't see Bumblebee. And
Did you see it?
Yeah, of course.
Bumblebee was good.
I don't know, like.
I know,
Son didn't want to go
really
see it.
like
I didn't want to go
Bumblebee.
see it, so just
Don't
like.
ask me if I saw Bumblebee. My name is Vigatron.
Right.
All things.
You're right.
Facts.
You're right. But them shits got. We're not gonna act like the Transformers movie didn't get worse and
After
worse.
time, so like by the time Bumblebee came out, I was just like, yeah, I'm good.
No, I did.
I catch it. I would definitely like if it was on the streaming, I'll definitely watch it. But
I waited till every single person who opinion I respect in film came out and reviewed it and said that, and it literally got all positive reviews across the board. So I went and saw it.
Yeah, I was cool with that as long as it didn't say directed by Michael Bay.
Facts, yeah, because if it wasn't for Michael Bay, I wasn't going. I'm not gonna lie to you, I wasn't going. Michael Bay ruined, he completely ruined Transformers and he ruined Ninja Turtles. The first one wasn't bad, but that second one was trash. And they brought Krang into it.
Yeah, but he didn't direct those either, and he still produced for Bumblebee too. So it's like, kind of depends.
Yeah, I guess.
I feel you, and I still went to see it even if he did do it. I mean, but you know that's for free, so
For sure. Rounding out the top 5 was Last Christmas. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not going to see a single fucking Christmas movie this year. I have no desire.
I don't think I've ever heard of Last Christmas.
Bro, like we are definitely in the season of a lot of trash coming out. Like,
Yeah, like-
I feel like right now, looking at this top 10, I feel like this is like old February.
this is still holiday Oscar movie season.
Right, but
I guess. Yeah.
I don't feel like where's the Oscar bangers is all I'm saying.
Ford versus Ferrari. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but that's 1 out of 10 right now.
Yeah, but
I don't know. The
Yeah,
Joker's
I
gonna
think-
pull it award.
Well, let's
too,
put it like this:
though.
if we're talking about what's in the top 10, that's one thing. But I'm sure if you're still going deeper than the top 10, there's still a bunch of Oscar bait.
Yeah, because it's a lot of buzz behind Parasite, which is 14.
Which I hear is really good.
I want to watch it, but I just don't want to read, but I'm going to because reading is fundamental. Jojo Rabbit,
really
we
wanna
getting
go see
a lot of buzz going on with it. It's something else that's a little bit further down as well, if I'm mistaken. Lighthouse. A lot of it's got a lot with Robert Pattinson, which majority of the people who went to go see it is because they were like, it's the new Batman. We gotta check him out now.
That's because people don't know his work. I mean, did you ever see Good Time?
Yeah.
Okay, I ain't.
But no. But I've kept up with him since Twilight. But the thing is, as much as everybody in the world hates Twilight, I did not hate Twilight.
I've never seen the Twilight movie, but I've seen him in The Rover, and I've seen him in Good Time, and
Going back, they're trash. But it's just once you have seen all the movies and got in, and if you
see them, if you actually sit down and watch all of them, like in a one sitting, it's a nice overall.
And that was what I did. I actually
Right.
sat down and watched the first like 2 or 3 of them all
It
together.
tells a full story, and not a lot of things tell a full story.
Right, but then we saw the last one in the theater, and there's a huge battle that is only insinuated in the book, but never happens in the book. That they lived out on the screen, that they completely created,
Even though it
and
never really happened.
that shit was raw. I was like, yo,
They was dying left to right in that.
it was fire. Vampires and werewolves
getting their
fighting in the
necks snapped,
snow, like cracking the ground up,
It was bad.
breaking bones and necks, and like it was raw. all. Like I was like,
all for it just to be a dream.
All for it just to be like a hey, like
this is what could happen. So like either we keep going or
like,
we don't.
Yeah, we holding hands and like old girl has the ability to like project like the future like onto you could see it, and she like if y'all niggas want to scrap this one's
like we gonna all die.
So for a whole like 22-minute fight, nigga, to come down to is that what y'all want? And then niggas is like. Whoo, because so many characters that mattered to the story died in that fight. It was like, what?
Maybe we should just go.
I feel like that was genius as fuck.
That's a boss move.
It actually sounds good based on the way you describe it. I can't.
Yeah, it was like, damn, nigga, that's lit. That's lit. But that's, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I felt. But like I said, I kept up with them after those. I didn't think those were terrible. I thought the Bella or whatever, like old girl.
Yeah,
I thought she was trash. I thought she was trash, even though she's done some shit.
Who is actually in the new Charlie's Angels?
Yes, which also makes me kind of not want to see it either. But yeah, Good Liar, Dr. Sleep, Dr. Sleep number 6, Good Liar number 7. I haven't even seen or heard anything about the Good Liar, so I would definitely go look into it. Maleficent, I have no interest in seeing at all. Harriet rounds out the number 10, which is like some false narrative made up story on some like Abe Lincoln vampire hunter type shit.
I wish it was like that.
I wish. Right? I was like, wait.
Fighting werewolves or some shit.
No, could you imagine if she was fighting zombies?
Well, no, but they do have that comic where it was like Harriet Tubman versus something mythical in that same sense. And I think it might have been zombies or I don't know.
I would watch it if it was
right,
her
I would watch
going through the underground railroad fighting zombies to get blacks to freedom. I totally
exactly. I'd watch that, but no, I'm good on slave movies, so I'm straight.
Yeah, I'm super.
I wouldn't say I'm good on slave movies. I'm just good on slave movies right now.
But I feel like whatever it is, it's like it's a they made up a story based on Harriet Tubman though for this movie, which is I'm not fucking with that shit. Did anybody see Terminator?
No.
What, you didn't?
No.
Wow, I'm the only one that saw it.
I wanted to go, but
wow,
yeah,
I haven't had time to go to the movies.
Actually, I ended up on the wheel like last week.
Okay,
was it good?
Told me
it's a Terminator movie.
Here's the thing: it is entertaining. It's not bad, but it's not that great either. Like action sequence wise, it's actually pretty good. It's just that the story feels kind of dumb in a lot of ways. Like a lot of the gripes that I heard about is just the fact that
Genesis dumb or
no, it's just the fact that when you're doing another one and you introduce, you know, you're basically trying to eliminate everything for 3, Salvation, and Genesis, and you're coming in like this is the actual third one. You expect them to do something pretty much different, but it's always the same narrative. It's you're protecting someone from a Terminator that got sent back to eliminate them. So it's the same rinse and repeat, even though you basically introduce in, you know, a different version of another Terminator. So it's just you have almost no reason to really care about, you know, whatever her name was. I think it's Danny or something. Yeah, Danny was her name in the story. So you don't really care about the fact that whatever Danny is about to become, okay, so what? I mean, it's interesting
we've seen
having,
this time and time again. Right,
so it's like if you have, you know, Schwarzenegger in there, but what they did with the T-800, I mean, it's really stupid to not even spoil it for a lot of people. But I mean, it's cool on the action.
Actually, I heard about it, and that shit did sound very fucking stupid.
It basically spits in the face of all logic.
Yeah.
In so many ways. So that's what's bad about it. But I mean, having Linda Hamilton there, I mean, she was cool. Like I said, I didn't dislike anybody. And I mean, even with man, I can't even think of old girl's name that plays the new Protector. Man, I'm drawing a blank on her name. But, I mean, she was cool, too.
Lesbiana?
Lesbiana, wow. Like, everybody was fine. Like I said, the action sequences were actually pretty intense and watching them, but it didn't really offer anything new that made it worth, like, you have to go see this.
Yeah.
But definitely better than Genesis. Definitely better than Terminator 3. It's just one of those things that Salvation only makes it because of the fact that they did something other than the same formula.
Absolutely.
So,
well, the one that we did not touch, number 8 on the box office this week, was Joker.
Man, I can't wait to get that movie on DVD.
Todd Phillips. Joaquin. Officially crossed $1 billion this week, y'all. First rated R movie to crack $1 billion.
Which is surprising.
Yeah, because I feel like Deadpool was like definitely the one that would have done it.
A lot of movies, Deadpool, like Django, like
but this
Django wasn't. But has Tarantino ever? Tarantino has never done $1 billion movie.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
I watched it $1 billion times.
I feel you though. If he got paid for it each time, I guess it would have been a little different. But yeah, I felt like It Chapter 2 stood a chance, but the reviews were bad. The reviews were pretty bad on Chapter 2 as well as the that mostly is pretty much what killed it. Plus the runtime.
Yeah. Being
almost 3 hours was like.
I like these long movies, man. I ain't got shit to do when I go to a movie. I don't have shit to do. So
I feel you.
I'm down for a long ass movie if it's telling you.
I'm down for a long movie if it's good, if it makes sense.
Yeah, but
like
it's
cool.
not.
Because like,
forever.
but like there's some joints that drag, like Endgame, which we will.
I feel like Endgame didn't drag.
I feel like that first 2 hours was.
I can still watch Endgame. I feel what drags is like
points in that first 2 hours that make it a little sluggish for me.
Me.
Like I really did not keep it funky with y'all. I did not give a fuck about the scene on Asgard and shit with Thor going back and talking to his mom. And shit.
See, I feel like Thor.
I agree.
I feel like they handled Thor's character really well. I think they were really insensitive about what he was going through. I feel like you could literally make so many movies within that 5-year span.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much stuff that could have been talked about in that 5-year span of him chopping off his head and them starting the plan to go back in time. That is a long time.
I agree.
I feel like there was so much shit that could have happened in the quantum realm with fucking Ant-Man. There was hella. You remember when he went into the fucking quantum realm? There was hella little fucking micro fucking animals, all kind of
water bears and all kind of shit.
There was so much shit that could have come up with there. Black Panther, not Black Panther, Wakanda, the whole because if you look at the end of Endgame, Wakanda looks totally different. There was a king for 5 years.
Right.
When T'Challa wasn't around.
But that's what I'm saying though. We didn't get T'Challa vanished, bro, and we got 0 scenes on or in Wakanda. Not just that, the last battle of Infinity War happened in Wakanda, and we saw nothing from Wakanda
because they didn't expect Black Panther to make $1 billion.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, yeah, you're right. They did not expect that shit to make a fucking
power of the black dollar.
Speaking of, hold on, wait, is that shit on the camera? I feel like it is. Right here above the player head. Y'all may or may not see. Let me grab this for y'all, just so y'all can understand. You know what I'm saying? The limited edition Marvel Black Panther Vans one time. You know what I'm saying?
One time for the one time.
One time for the one time. Sits upon the top of the shelf. You see the gold Panther teeth on that joint. You know what I'm saying? Just get real out here in these streets. That's what you call a real fan. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I'm just saying, there are definitely joints where, like I said, it was moments where I feel like the moments, even though Tony was going out and niggas kind of knew he was going out, the moment with, you know what I'm saying, that scene with them having to go back and him running into his father and there was a weird conversation that happened on that elevator between him and his father.
Yeah.
And there was never no
it was that closure he needed. It gave him that closure. It's a lot. See, that's what I loved about Endgame. I was watching it yesterday. How many just ends it just tied up, put a nice little bow on.
No, but I feel like it added something else to it because of that, the way that conversation went with him and his father on the elevator, it was something weird to that.
Well, because there's always a theory that there's always that theory that the kid that because Tony Stark has a brother. So
that's what I'm saying. There was an illusion.
They're saying that it's not, the time doesn't really add up to when he was born.
That's what I'm saying.
He wasn't about to have Tony.
There was an illusion there. They alluded to that, and there's nothing from it because we know that there's no, to our knowledge, there's no brother here in the present time. So it's
I kind of take that back because if you got to think about it, if it was early 70s, then that would put him not at Robert Downey Jr.'s age, but closer to my age. So it would have been Tony. It makes sense. Because he'd still be in his early 40s, early to mid 40s. He would. Think about it. If he was born in the 70s, he would be in his early or to mid 40s by that point, if we're still talking about current day.
I mean, nigga has seen that shit so many times. I'm gonna go back and watch it again. But regardless, all I just had to say, like, there's nothing in the fucking world that's better than that last hour. But
Facts.
in all actuality, that 2 hours to start the movie feels a lot less sluggish when you watch them back to back. Of course, it's a fucking 5.5 hour journey and shit, but
It goes by
the way that Infinity War is like out the gate, action, go 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 for 2.5 hours. Then it's like boom. Now you got this 2 hour pause where it's kind of like, all right, we 5 years in the future, shit is happening. We here. Then 1 more hour of go 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 go. That shit read all together. Yeah. But as a standalone joint, especially like unless you had just saw Infinity War before going in on some preparation shit, that first 2 hours held you going down a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
I kind of agree. I mean, but it's first time or even first couple of times around, it's whether or not you care about the characters that you're watching. So that's what makes.
And I did, but I feel like there was more effective shit that could have been done with.
Well, no, I don't disagree because when I go back to watch it now, when I put it on, I pretty much skip to by the time they start doing the time heist.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm watching any of it, yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I don't skip, guys.
Right.
I watch the whole thing.
I usually mostly go to sleep on it, to be honest. So I mean, it's
I ain't
there.
mad at you.
Like I said, I'm starting time heist, and I'm pretty much watching up until
The
Cap grabbed that hammer, and then I'm pretty much done. Because like I said, I don't even really make it to Avengers Assemble. Well, no, I do, but then I end there because I don't really care about all of the rest of the fight. Like I really don't. I'm sorry.
Nah, bro, I definitely. Man, that joint is fire, bro. That last fight is so fucking nuts,
So epic.
man. It's so nuts, and the
Is
reason
this everybody? Did you want more?
right, yeah, like nigga, who?
That was a
what?
big like F you to the audience. Like, look, we didn't put it in every motherfucker that's been in a Marvel movie. If you ask for why this one person wasn't in it or why this person wasn't in it, fuck you. We didn't put everybody on the screen.
Yeah.
You know how much you know how much that fucking fight scene probably cost to have all of those motherfuckers? They had Howard the Duck in that bitch. Like,
I mean, you know what I'm saying, he's digital, but yeah, nigga.
that costs.
But like, nigga, he was a blur. I think he was
Probably
barely in there in the
cost
background.
them nothing.
Right, but I bring Endgame up because the headlines all this week, Variety, Deadline, everybody reporting that Joker, after crossing the billion mark, is now the most profitable comic book movie of all time, which is fucking wrong. It's super stupid because in all actuality, Avengers Endgame is the most profitable comic book movie of all time.
I guess, but I mean, if you're probably talking about it, they're looking at it from the time of grosses of what it cost you to make versus you making that. I see what they're getting at.
Right. So
to me, it doesn't.
So
mean
it's the most profitable by percentage for what the initial investment is to what it brought in.
Right.
It's probably like the most expensive part of the Joker was like that last cop scene and shit. Like,
Yeah, but I mean,
Joker,
I think the movie was like only 50 million,
like 50,
something like that. So probably came out to like 100 or 100 or more with the marketing.
Yeah, because it's usually double marketing,
Right.
and then going into that. So if you went for say 100 million to then do 10 times that, okay, I get it.
Right.
But
And
again,
then,
like I
of
said,
course,
it doesn't say anything about
but then-
quality of anything like that.
Even at that point, you're still looking at theater. You know what I'm saying? The theaters take a third of the cost, take a third of the money that gets brought in too. So when you factor that, of course, Avengers Endgame, the profit on Avengers Endgame is almost $2 billion. Like that's fucking nuts on just profit alone for the movie. So no, it's not the most profitable.
I feel like Kevin Feige used to sell dope because his profit margins be ridiculous.
Through the roof. I ain't never heard nothing like that, man. So Disney Plus this week dropped earlier than it was supposed to.
When was it supposed to drop?
It was supposed to just drop. They released and let it drop. I want to say like 4 to 6 hours earlier than it was supposed to. So it wasn't like super crazy, but it was like it was out there.
Because I think I got it maybe on the second day.
Yeah, like people was planning on waking up early in the morning to like start watching.
But you could like watch that
Mandalorian
right
Yeah,
now.
and
shit
I
like
definitely
that.
woke up that morning and couldn't watch shit because it wasn't pulling up on PS4.
Yeah,
Like, it
I like that it's on PS4. I like that I don't
It
have
was
to.
pulling up, but you couldn't, like, every time you clicked on something to watch, it would say this isn't available
In your
yet,"
region.
or something like that. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? So I ended up pulling it up on my phone, and it did play on my phone. So I'm like, all right, well, maybe it's a PS4 thing.
It was some
I'm
server
going to work.
issues.
Right. And I figured it was going to be the case. So by the time I came back home, it was never an issue after that. But I expected it.
Well, they actually thought they were projecting to do. They were projecting to do 8 million subscribers
over 10.
initially, and they did over 10.
Yeah.
So they blew that shit.
But
out
that's
the
easy
fucking
because you offer a 7-day trial.
water. Right. So
Why not sign
the
up?
Real
Like, yeah.
numbers are really gonna show us what the fuck, how many people stick around after the
Are
trial.
you guys keeping yours?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm keeping mine too. So.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much.
It's only $6-7 a month, like.
But how long is it gonna stay $7? Because the thing is, they leave it there. I feel like they're gonna leave it right there for a while right now. Granted, though, they do got the bundle where you can get the
Hulu
Disney Plus,
Plus,
the Hulu Plus,
ESPN.
and the ESPN all for like $12.99. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But them niggas own the world at this point.
I want to know how you work into that because I already had Hulu, so I'm like, how do you go in to do a bundle if you've already had two separate?
I would say unsubscribe from both and get the different subscription and get the fucking new shit with the bundle together. Because I mean, like, it's
So there has to be a way to connect your accounts or
Right.
something.
Yeah,
because
probably.
Disney owns Hulu, so.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Well, what about well, I mean, like, y'all keeping everything else. What about like anything else? What else do y'all have?
I have what? Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime. Shout out to the people that let me get their passwords.
Facts.
See, I don't have any of like the premium shit, so I don't have like HBO or like.
Yo, HBO Max lightweight. They got some shit.
Yo, I know because I miss out on like Westworld and shit like that. I love Westworld. I've seen the first season. I haven't seen none of the second season. So.
But like HBO Max in trouble because the thing is they got a bunch of programming that they are trying to pull to specifically put on their shit.
Yeah,
But
they're bringing Friends back on HBO Max.
right. Well, they're doing a reunion special.
But only on.
But not a like new show or none of that.
Oh.
Now, of course, that shit's gonna lead to a deal
That's gonna
because
bring
it's
in
literally
people.
the most profitable fucking show that Netflix has. Like it's the most watched thing on Netflix, but they're trying to pull that shit too. The problem is with HBO Max is they trying to put all their original content and all that shit into their one location with a bunch of shit that they didn't amass over the years, but they have a bunch of those properties tied in with other cable channels. So the cable providers are not with that shit, letting them niggas break them contracts or what they have going on. So they have a bunch of shit where it's like, in order for them niggas to do that shit, they gonna have to be breaking off profits to these to the providers and shit. So they are facing a situation where for them to drop their shit and for it to make sense, it's gonna potentially have to drive their price through the fucking roof. And that's why they still don't have an official announce date right now, because they have to work out their deals with the providers and shit so that they can set this shit up the way that they want, or they're gonna be a big ass flop out the gate trying to come into the streaming war.
The streaming wars 2020 is going to be very interesting.
Yo, I seen a nigga posting on Facebook like, yeah, I got Netflix, Hulu. Like he legit said that he had every fucking service that exists, and I'm like, my nigga, you are and on top of your internet, you're paying more than you would if you had cable.
Right,
But he
that's
was
the
like,
whole
but no
thing.
commercials.
But see, no, but the whole thing is
No
that
commercials. You got way more access to stuff. Like
I still feel like it's the whole idea of like some people still falling into the hype like you should get what you want or what you need.
Right.
Like you talk about that, like I only pay for Hulu and pay for Disney Plus at this point, outside of having internet, and then I ride off of, somebody's Netflix account.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not anything else that I really need. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm missing out on some of the HBO stuff, but is it worth it for me to get those
A whole new
services?
streaming
Right,
service.
just for that? Or do I really need Amazon Prime? I mean, so far, other than The Boys, and I was able to see that outside of not having it on Amazon Prime, I mean, I'm pretty much collectively there, so I feel like people need to make better decisions about what's
What
really
they
important
need.
to you. Right, so I mean, Disney Plus for me getting it, as we talked about, it was just a matter of having all of that Marvel stuff, all of the the Star Wars stuff being there and me loving The Simpsons and knowing that I could go there and watch all of The Simpsons, even though like the first 20 seasons are cropped. And people talk about that, and that is kind of an issue.
How do you mess that up? Because like it's funny because I watch Recess on Disney Plus, and it's fucking their aspect ratio is correct. So why couldn't the fucking Simpsons? Why would they mess that?
Because they had already done it like in the past, and they basically just still took those conversions rather than just reapplying it. Because I mean, I would have rather it just been in a 4:3 ratio. And been okay with that, and then when you got to the newer seasons for it to be the 16:9. But I mean, it doesn't bother me because I know what's generally missing in a lot of those views. But it's still the fact that it's there. So like I said, it doesn't bother me, but everybody else is complaining about it. But
they're gonna have backlash.
But I mean,
was there? I think there was an update recently because they've changed some stuff on the app. I remember when the first day I used it, I wasn't able to like restart shows. I could just play them from where they left off at.
Yeah.
I couldn't just like my friend came over and we watched episode 2 of The Mandalorian, and I couldn't just go to the Mandalorian page and restart from episode 2. I had to like go in and rewind it. So they're slowly working out these bugs. Like,
but I mean, you already gotta look at it like it's gonna happen. But they're handling it pretty well to what I know.
I just need a streaming service to start catering to blacks more, because there are a lot of black shows that I miss.
Bro, like the crazy thing is, BET has a streaming service. It's BET Plus.
Yeah, but like, is BET Plus gonna have like Moesha, the Parkers?
If it don't, it's fucking useless right now.
I will get it. I promise you, BET Plus. If you have some solid black shows, I will get it. Like,
but it's the thing. Like, they partner with Tyler Perry on this. So first of all his fucking plays is on there.
Shout out to Tyler Perry though, because my homie, he's on your show right now. So shout out to that. Davis, shout out to you. He's on the Oval.
I will refrain from saying anything opinionated about Tyler Perry because
I
don't have anything positive to say. To be honest with y'all,
BET. It's what's on in the background.
right, bro. Like,
Facts.
Right. Nah, man. Shout out to Tyler Perry for buying a gigantic fucking plot of land, because that's what Hotep niggas would do with money. They would buy land. So you did it, my nigga. Congratulations. You out here in these streets. Outside of that, I'm just not really a fan of the Medea films. But I mean, like, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? Because art is subjective, so niggas love them shits. I just personally don't. Don't get me wrong, though. I thought Tyler Perry was fucking great in Gone Girl.
Yeah, I don't think he was great. I mean, he just did his job. That's like him being in Star Trek. He didn't take me out of it. He just did his job.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't remember that nigga being in Star Trek.
Oh, he was definitely in Star Trek.
No, he was definitely in Star Trek.
One of the new ones?
Yeah. He was a part of the council.
You're right.
Yep.
You're right.
It did call me off guard for some.
Yeah, no, I remember the feeling now. I remember the feeling now.
Yeah.
Like,
wait.
What you doing? Where's your fucking...
Where's Medea?
Yeah, where's your fucking wig, my nigga?
Medea in space.
No, I thought...
they should totally do that. I'd watch it.
I thought, no, like I said, but I think I just liked everything about Gone Girl, so it was like, alright, cool.
Gone Girl was pretty good.
She was pretty good. Also, Acrimony was good. I really liked fucking Acrimony.
I have never seen a Tyler Perry movie, so...
Congratulations.
What?
I don't know.
Tyler Perry has some good movies. I've never seen Acrimony. I know about it. I'm just tired of those type of movies. Well, no, because that was the one with the nice little twist where it was like the lady.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. It was crazy.
So,
but, okay, so, whatever.
He bought all that land to put men in dresses. Think, people.
To give black men opportunities.
In dresses.
Hey, I'm
gonna give that man everything I got.
As a SAG actor, I know how hard it is out there to get roles and opportunities, especially living in Cleveland. How many movies? You're an actor. I'm an actor. How many roles come through Cleveland for fat black guys like us?
It's got to be
slim to none.
Right, slim to none. So it always comes down to like you have to make your own content or really know somebody that's willing to be like, hey, you kind of fit for what I'm looking for.
For sure.
That's it, and that's few and far between.
I guess. I mean, okay, so Disney Plus still has what coming that we looking forward to? Because I know
so much.
Mostly all of the Marvel stuff. I don't even know of anything else that's not Marvel related that or Star Wars related that's coming. Then what are
Oddly enough, they actually
they have a High School Musical TV show, which isn't that bad.
But they announced that they are going to start producing Disney Plus exclusive movies or new original content, new original movies specifically.
Like they did Lady and the Tramp.
They did Lady and the Tramp and dropped
live action,
and they also just did a Christmas movie with Bill Hader.
Yeah, like Neil
and
Noel.
Oh my God, yeah, Noel. Yeah, Noel
sure.
with Bill Hader and what's old girl Anna Kendrick, and they are like, to my knowledge, like Santa Claus's kids. And I was told that it is fucking atrocious, and that if that's what Disney is gonna be putting out as original movie content to keep all of that shit and just fast forward more Marvel shit out.
I heard they're bringing back like Lizzie McGuire too. They're bringing back Lizzie McGuire for.
I do not want to see the old ass versions of like.
I don't know. What's Hillary Duff's still hot?
Yeah, well, I mean that's what I'm about to say. Unless they naked.
Hillary Duff's hot. Miranda's still hot. Like
Right.
Who?
Miranda, her best friend.
Oh yeah.
The little Latino thing.
I like Latino things.
Miranda Cosgrove.
Yeah, but do you know how many like shows where it's like the white blonde protagonist and she always has a Latino friend? Because I'm watching fucking Degrassi right now. Fucking
I might say, well, they
oh girl with the thong episode. She little Latina thing
like you're brown, you're not too black, so this is perfect.
Perfect. This is perfect. Because the black girl is always like the little. They always make the black girl nerdy girl in the background, like sub character.
Well, yeah, you're right. Somehow, some fucking way. But yeah, no, like I said, I don't really want to see a whole bunch of that shit because that So Raven update.
Yo, that's so fucked up though. Like they did Girl Meets World and like that was a proper rebirth of the show. But then they did that So Raven.
World is little.
Isn't it called like Raven's Heart
or
Raven's House or something?
It's something stupid as fuck.
But like, why does she have to be a single mom raising her? Like that's so. Come on.
Nobody cares, Raven Simone. We don't like you no more.
Facts.
You've been so like I used to love her when she was in Z9, fam.
Yo.
I used to love her when she did anything, and then she just grew up and got weird and overweight. And started voting for Trump. We were just like, what the fuck is your problem?
With them titties though.
Dude,
Them titties though.
Damn titties though.
Titties will always like
reel a nigga back in. You know what I'm saying? They do reel a nigga back in.
She wasn't rolling for the other team. I'll be on my Orlando Brown like with that
Yo, I would watch a reboot of That's So Raven if he was in it.
I would.
It has to be like some real life shit, like where she's like walking down the street one day and she gets one of those visions and it's him just shooting up heroin in the back of his fucking. I have to stop this.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Wow.
I'm with it. So of course day one Disney Plus everybody.
Whew.
The Mandalorian.
Yo.
What we thinking?
So we can obviously talk about it, other we can't talk.
Are we going to talk about the first episode though? Because he hasn't seen the second episode.
Right, no, that's what I'm saying.
We ain't gonna talk specific experience. Okay. Just speak with us.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We're not.
But then, what can we really say? Like, I mean,
just general opinions.
Can I talk about that little thing that I
talk about the
love?
first episode, but I mean, we just can't talk the second episode with him. But again, because that's what I was gonna say. Second episode is so it's very action oriented in a way where it's more like things are being done, but there's not a lot of dialogue in it, so it's not really a lot to ruin. Like I'm not going to ruin it anyway, but it's a smooth, nice ride. That's a very much a.
How do you like this?
Going with the, very much going with the first episode. So I mean, anyway, so I love it. I don't have a problem with it at all. I've seen all this nitpicking, people talking about the original first bounty played by Horatio Sands and how they don't feel like it feels un-Star Warsy. And my thing, because it's like a blue fish alien kind of thing.
He did look out of place.
Right, but here's my
and
thing.
sound.
Right, but here's the thing. So I said this the same thing. I said this on Facebook today when somebody was making that point about things not kind of feeling quite right. I threw all that shit out the window as soon as George Lucas made the prequels.
Yeah.
Because the original
trilogy, at the
trilogy,
end of the day, he wasn't as bad as Jar Jar.
right? That's what I'm saying.
I fucks with Jar Jar.
Oh my God! Are you?
Yo, I fucks with Jar Jar Binks.
Wow.
Me so
Oh, damn, Jar Jar Binks.
Especially just because of that whole theory that he's the fucking like Jedi.
The theory,
he was actually the Sith Lord.
The Sith Lord, bro. Like, come on. And I ride hard for that. Like, because there has, like, there's even footage of him, like, fucking dodging these things so perfectly. Like, he literally scooped a fucking grenade while, like, double arming a fucking cannon. Like, Jar Jar Binks out here. Watch, I swear, he needs to pop back up as the order of. He's the leader of the new order. Like,
I'm cutting it off, nigga.
I'm good on the Coonan in the galaxy far, far away. I'm straight.
So wait. Do you consider Jar Jar Binks like the Chicken George of the Star Wars movies? Yeah.
On the low, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even if Ahmed Best didn't mean for it to be that way, and I guess his intentions were good. And I mean, goddamn, dude ended up suicidal and all that shit after, playing that shit and kind of feeling. Yeah, he had a whole big thing where he was like talking about how after the movie or after the movies, and because of the fact that he got so much backlash and hate about it, that he found it really hard to deal with like his kid and getting his kid to really enjoy that because it still was such a source of pain.
That's so weird.
I'd swap him for Heath though.
I thoroughly enjoyed Jar Jar Binks.
I feel you, but I mean, he was actually to a point. I think he said he was like on the maybe the Golden Gate Bridge or something, like he was straight about to jump off.
That's soft, man. You were in a great ass movie playing.
I'm saying, but he got over it and he kind of dealt with it. But yeah, I mean,
there's real things to be depressed over. Oh God, I played an iconic character that people are gonna talk about for a lifetime. How dare I?
I feel you, but
I got paid $1 million to.
I have a fucking action figure with the long tongue.
In all reality, though, this is where I still kind of actually side with some celebrities in that sense. I think we take it for granted because of the fact that we're not them, with the reality of you're still a human at the end of the day. So just like we talk shit about Nicki Minaj and the Cardi B's of the world, that it's real easy to talk mad shit about people and you just say, hey, I'm rich and I did this, that, and the third and I shouldn't feel away about it. You sit there and read a bunch of shit, people talking mad shit about you all the time, it's still going to have some kind of effect.
I feel that. But then also, like, it's not like it was him.
It wasn't like it was him, but remember,
full motion
but fanboys are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
You know
fanboys are the trash.
They're going to say, I'm invested as a piece of shit, regardless of the fact. Because he did it. He was responsible for the voice. He was responsible for the movement. All of that was still him. So he's going to take... Right, that's what I'm saying. He's going to take the brunt of that. Oh,
huge Jar Jar Binks fan.
Here's what you should do. I don't know if you've ever seen this. Have you ever heard of the... damn it, I got all of them. It is...
anti-cheese cuts?
Anti-cheese cuts. Right. So I
heard them shits make that shit phenomenally better.
So have you ever heard of this?
No.
Okay, so this dude did it. You can probably still find him on YouTube. I found him on YouTube and downloaded him. It is a version of the prequels called the anti-cheese cuts. Basically what dude did was everything that seemed really, really stupid and cheesy, he either cut it out or he redubbed dialogue. Like for shit like Jar Jar speaks in a completely just unintelligible language now. And like the whole scene of them going to the Gungan, Empire kind of shit, all of that shit's cut out. It's like they just completely skip over that. So it goes from the time that they find Jar Jar to basically next thing you know, they're showing up at the palace where, the troops had already captured Amidala and everything, and they jump in. So that whole thing of them going to the Gungans and doing the whole thing underwater.
But the water race underwater?
No, like the pod races and everything is still there, but...
No, I'm talking about when they were like escaping.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All of that's gone because it just didn't. It wouldn't make sense in the context of the fact that they didn't get it until they went to where the Gungans were to get that. So since they cut it, it just skips over all of that. So like I said, with the and even the Moidians, how they had that voice where they sounded kind of like Japanese racist. Yeah, they redubbed all of that, changed it, so it's a whole version, all three of them, where everything that just kind of made you cringe. Kind of tweaked it a bit, so it's a lot more watchable.
Cause wait, when did the Phantom Menace come out?
99.
Yeah.
See, I was 8.
Yeah, I was 24.
See, I was loving all that cheese. Like,
hold on, wait, 99? That was holy fuck, nigga. That was 20 years ago.
I was born in 91.
Nigga, I was 12.
Yeah, I was 24.
Holy fuck. I'm
a baby blerd.
See, that's also the good thing about, when you fucking with Chicken with Flixx, you got an array.
Right.
We literally go from the youngest to the oldest.
Exactly. We actually do. Yeah, that's cool. But we didn't line up with me on one of the ends because we was gonna look like, what was it, 100?
Yeah.
That's funny.
100. 001 or 100. Either way, it looks bad.
No, we ain't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Now we just look like a really healthy cheeseburger.
Alright. Lean. Bitch. Well, I mean, so yeah, like I'm gonna definitely catch episode 2 and be able to report back on that. I guess just if you fucking with Disney Plus, fuck with Disney Plus, and y'all gonna keep on rocking with it.
Oh yeah, but still, that being said, so I mean, yes, the show is great. So Mandalorian is great to me.
Hashtag I love Baby Yoda. Yo, Baby Yoda.
Spoiler alert!
I don't give a fuck. Y'all know, y'all already like you can't type in the Mandalorian on Google without coming up Mandalorian Baby Yoda. So
pretty much.
that thing. If I was a woman, my ovaries would have glowed when Baby Yoda popped up on the fucking screen. That thing is adorable. I have a kid. I said this earlier. I would put my son in the trash for Baby Yoda. I'd catch a bullet for Baby Yoda right now, bro. Like,
and just for the people that have not seen it, as far as we know, it's not actually Baby Yoda.
well, this is just what
we have nothing else to call it because it's one of Yoda's species and it's a baby and it's fucking adorable. There's
Fucking
a question.
adorable.
It's adorable. Like if it was real, like Jesus Christ, everybody would have one. But I mean, the show is dope. I mean, taking that.
The effects are really good too, and I like that they used Unreal Engine.
They going in with the budget on that.
Yeah, it's like what is
Which
it, like
makes
3
me
million
look
episodes?
forward for the Marvel shit because that was one of the things I was worried about is that like how they were gonna half-ass. The only graphical thing that I thought was weird was IG-11 when he's shooting out, doing the little shootout. Mm-hmm. It just looked like the frame rate looked a little weird to me. But other than that, I thought that everything looks really good. And I also think that the standard George Lucas fucking wipes, they are a little bit too fast. But it's only like 30 minutes an episode, so I get it.
Right.
But they're a little bit too fast for me.
I mean, but as far as the aesthetic for the show, I mean, it completely works. Like I said, some people are nitpicking about little things with it, but I mean, I dig it because it's not the same narrative that the main movies have been going through. Because I don't need to see anybody that was in the original, trilogy still going on in this show. So. Great for me for the first 2 episodes. Like I said, I highly recommend it. So if you do love Star Wars, you probably should get it. If you love everything else that Disney Plus has to offer on there.
Right, you got to really understand how crazy that vault is and how many properties they have had over the years that have since ended for whatever
Sister Act.
Whatever. Bro, like everything.
I was so shocked to see Sister Act 1 and 2 on there.
Everything. And that Fox acquisition really pushed them over the fucking edge,
right.
Man. There's so much shit that they picked up from that move. It's just like, it's nuts, man.
Right, having over 600 plus episodes of The Simpsons on there, like, dude, that's what I got it for, mainly, because of that. But I mean,
there's a show called So Weird that it's like some paranormal shit that was happening to a teenager, and the fucking like rock singer from like way back, Molly Phillips is the mom on that show, and
so weird. Is it a Disney original movie?
It's one of their original shows. So like, there's that. They got another one. I want to say it's called In a Heartbeat or some shit like that. And the Jersey, them was the shits that was on when I was like a teenager, and I went hunting and them shits was there, and I was like, fuck, I have to get it now. That's the shit that pushed me over the edge finally. Right. Was like some of them joints that I watched the fuck out of when I was a kid, like, and it's crazy.
X-Men Evolutions.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's on all the animated Marvel shit. It's like
everything is there.
Damn near everything is there.
Including the X-Men 90s animated series that none of y'all niggas know shit about except for the
hella fucking Spider-Man shows. Like,
no,
I didn't know
like,
all those Spider-Man
shows. There are like
existed.
700 Spider-Man shows.
Spider-Woman, Spider-Girl, Spider-Shorts,
Spider-Pals.
Like, it's good. I wish they would have more of those. Like, I didn't see Planet Hulk on there. Some of those type of animated
those
films.
movies they had wrapped up with Lionsgate.
Oh god.
They were making a lot of that stuff there, so I'm sure there's probably some red tape they still need to clear.
There's even like when I was first got it and I was looking through the movies. Movie from my childhood, Max Keebler's Big Move. I really wanted to see that. And then it gave me that whole thing of like, you know, it's not available in my region. And then when I checked it today, and it was like due to like, you know, tie-ups with the title and who they belong to, it's not going to be available till December 1st, 2020. Why the fuck would you put that on your fucking streaming service? Why would you put it up there? Why should I be able to search for this? If it's not going to be able to in a whole fucking year from now.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, I feel it.
I'm wondering who
Take it off.
I'm about to go do some more research, do some more digging into this shit too. But Disney Plus, if you rocking with it, go ahead and get that. It's $6.99 right now. Get your free trial player, or
7 days.
hold out and get your free trial when the actual Marvel shows start dropping. Because Falcon and Winter Soldier is dropping, WandaVision is dropping.
What if?
What If is dropping. I definitely want to see the What If joints.
Hawkeye
joint is dropping. So we're going to get all of those things rolling out. Real quick, what y'all think about Mahershala as Blade? Because I'm hyped as fuck.
I wonder, like, I'm hyped for him to play Blade. I just wonder how they're going to go about doing it.
I feel you. And I do kind of wonder if they're going to involve Wesley, because I know they had meetings with him, multiple meetings with him, and him and his crew, his production company, were pitching different concepts, and they were sitting down with him and considering this shit. So I wonder if it's going to be involved at all, because they just haven't said anything about it specifically. But I do really fuck with Mahershala, and I was...
I'm surprised they didn't call, what is that dude?
Is it with Sticky Fingers?
Yeah, Sticky Fingers in, like... Yeah,
nah, bro.
Sticky Fingers can't be a consultant.
No, I refuse, my nigga. I don't want no parts of
The
Sticky.
Blade show was trash.
I don't want no
Trash.
parts of Sticky Blades. Nigga. I'm good, nigga. Sticky Blades was super trash.
Yo, why did they let it? Because he was emotional.
And he had to keep the sunglasses on because his eyes fucked up and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I refuse, my nigga.
Yo, shit is real, yo.
Right.
Yo, these vampires, bro. I'm getting tired of them. Like, I'm gonna stab you in the heart, son.
No, that shit dead, bro. But yeah, like I fuck with it. Y'all know that nigga? That's not that nigga full name.
What, Sticky Fingers?
No, Mahershala. That nigga name is Mahershala Has.
Yeah, I remember.
You know white people don't want to say that.
They definitely not.
Well, yeah, because he's credited in
They
some.
gonna call that nigga M. Night
Hammer.
Shyamalan in a
Yeah.
second.
Like the longer version. But yeah, I don't. But my thing is, I mean, I don't dislike the idea, but I don't really care at this point because, like so many things, I'm not gonna have an opinion until you show me a first,
First
pick,
look.
First look. You show me a trailer, any of that.
That's why you guys gotta, if you do have Disney Plus, you gotta go check out this, like a 13-minute documentary. It's called Expanding the Universe, and they actually get into, they'll show you like screenshots and concept arts for shows like WandaVision. They'll show you like nice little animated scenes from What If show. They'll show you like they get into the characters and like the different people that they're bringing out. But it's all stuff from their big, Hall 13
right,
production. I mean, like show that they did. So.
I am going to throw one out here for y'all. Best movie of the year so far, worst movie of the year so far for you?
I don't know. This has been a weird year for me. I spent most of this year in a bed, so.
Yeah, it's weird. Definitely weird for me. I don't even have an answer for that because I don't even remember half of what I even saw this year. So if I had to just go by.
Oh, best movie of the year, Endgame. Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I guess I'm just going to pick Endgame for best. I mean, for worst that I saw, I can't really think of what I saw that I was like, I'm really disappointed by, other than I feel like it was something worse than Terminator. And like I said, Terminator wasn't even terrible, but there was something I had to have seen that I walked out of like, yeah, that was kind of a waste of time. I would have to look at a list of some things.
Endgame.
Oh no! If I'm gonna say that, if I'm just gonna drop first thing that comes to mind, Captain Marvel.
Worst movie?
Yeah, because I can't, like I'm saying, not saying it. If
No, I thought it was fucking ass, but I wouldn't say
it was ass.
Well, what I'm saying, we're going still by what you saw. Like,
Right.
I think for the most part, I'm lucky enough that I make my decisions on movies that I go see. I'm usually not really disappointed with. So if I can think of anything that I could just say, I walked away going from that like, yeah.
You know what I think?
Great.
You know what I think would be interesting for us to do? We should, like, especially for next episode, list from all the 22 movies that have already came out, our order.
Oh, I already have my order in my here because I was going over it with Steph, And like me and him were going back and forth. So I have my order already laid out. But yeah, we could definitely read it off on the next episode. My best movie for the year so far, man, probably would still stand as Endgame.
Endgame.
If I think about it though, there may be something, but I'm gonna say Endgame for now. Worst movie of the year, I'm going to give to Gemini, man. That shit was super fucking trash. I'm so disappointed in Will Smith. And oh God, if you didn't see it, congratulations. If you did see it, fam, it's like no spoilers, but in the final scene of the movie, the clone of the final scene of the movie that the clone is in. That nigga look like a PS2 character. A nigga from I'm talking about Tekken, PS2. Nigga, it was so fucking bad.
Polygon, man.
Them niggas ran out of budget on that ass. I was like, oh no, player, wasn't happening, dog. That shit was super fucking bad. And I think that would probably be the worst. And I Captain Marvel is definitely close to that shit for me. That shit was trash as fuck too. I did not.
I'm glad we have different opinions. I think that was a bad movie.
No,
especially out of all the movies that Marvel put out.
No, but this is the thing.
It's not on the bottom.
We went into it all right. So look at it like this: niggas went into Black Panther not really knowing what the fuck it was gonna be, but niggas was ready to ride for that shit, and it was dope. Definitely had its weaknesses, but it was dope. And then niggas rolled right into Infinity War. So we all right, we got Captain Marvel, and we're gonna roll right into Endgame now. Also, every single thing, especially for the entire year, building up to that shit was, first of all, we have Oscar-winning actress in the role, which is fire, which means she should body this shit. Secondly, we have they are hyping this up as this is the most powerful character in all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So niggas literally coming into this shit expecting this bitch to wreck the fucking universe out the gate. Action-packed, crazy, this shit gonna be hype, this shit gonna be dope, blah, 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 and it did not live up to that shit at all.
I think it just set up a lot of good stuff. Because with it set up perfectly the ending scene from Far From Home. It set up perfectly. Remember with
but it also gave us a post-credit scene of her appearing on Earth that didn't happen in Endgame, and then it also gave us the weakest fucking possible explanation that they put years of fucking mystery and clouds around for how Nick Fury lost his fucking eye.
You got scratched by a cat. A clerkin.
Come on, man.
That was pretty. I thought that was cute. I thought that was funny as shit.
It spits in the face
all
of the soldier though.
Right.
Because that when the scene where he said the last time I trusted somebody, I lost an eye.
Yeah, he trusted that cat.
That's what it led to. But he said somebody, like he was totally betrayed.
I get it. It was a fucking
cartoonish ass cat. Nah.
Yo, no, that part where they were scanning him and it was like, Nick Fury, low threat. They're like, we're gonna have to do this shit again. Like, no, scan me again, because the cat was like, ultimate threat to Nick Fury.
Right.
He was so upset. I like the movie. I like the little budding lesbian relationship between Captain Marvel and her homegirl.
Nope, wasn't enough for me. I mean, it was there, and then she was not there in Endgame. So
when I watched the Endgame last night, I was like, yo, they hyped her up just to bring her in at the last second, like.
It wasn't enough, man.
But she did. When she got there, she punched through a whole fucking shit.
She did.
Yeah,
a single punch through a whole
They did the right
shit.
thing, because the whole thing, that's why I say.
It would have been too easy with her there.
Right.
Yeah.
It would have been too easy with her there, and at the same time, like a lot of people said, if she would have been there from the very beginning and helping with that, it wouldn't have been earned, because it's still a new character.
But it also would have been dope to give us some type of glance or glimpse into what she was doing off planet.
But I think that's what because I don't think the Captain Marvel 2 is going to be after Endgame. I think it's going to be.
I don't know if they're going to do a Captain Marvel 2. But then again,
they
niggas did just greenlight fucking Ant-Man 3 and shit. And
Ant-Man, I like Ant-Man series.
No. I like them too, but neither one of them made a lot of money.
And if T.I. isn't in the third one, I'm gonna be upset because T.I.'s character in Ant-Man series, him and like all of those little
trying to check Scott's daughter's hymen.
Yo, that should totally be a lie. Like, hey, did you check her hymen? You can get small, right? You can get small, nigga. Hey, I need you to go to the house real quick because my daughter says she's a virgin, but I'm not sure. So I
need you to get over here expeditiously.
Expeditiously.
Check it expeditiously.
That's fucking funny. Shit, man. All right, so what we watching this week, man? Let's get a pick out for the week, man. What we watching this week coming up, man?
So this week I know since we have Disney Plus, I'm gonna start my trail back from Iron Man 1 and watch every single movie from Iron Man 1 to Endgame. Well, no, from Iron Man 1 to Spider-Man Far From Home.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No, nigga, you ain't doing that. No, but you know what's crazy? Like before Endgame dropped, I watched them all. Well, it took me like a week and some change. But I also got a job like on a regular shit like nigga. So yeah, I was able to just kind of do that while I was drawing titties and such. So you know, right there.
If you can see the titties that are staring me in my face right now.
There's an amazing set drawn 3 times. Big, what you watching?
Nothing but Mandalorian. I mean, it's nothing else to watch this new that I can think of, and I'm checking for like a.
Shit. I am. Well, see, it's a couple joints that's like on my radar right now that's happening in season. So like, I gotta finish catching up on Black Lightning. A couple episodes behind.
Catch up on this season of Flash.
I'm about to say the new episode of Flash drop on Tuesday. I'll be watching that.
Cause we probably will talk a lot more about Marvel than DC on here, but DC does its fucking thing when it comes to TV shows. Yo.
They actually
Gotham solid, Arrow fucking solid.
But at this point though, it's like shit. Even with the movies now, if they stay on this path, they good. Speaking of, we finally got a release date and a fucking poster and official first look for Shazam. I mean for Black Adam. Black Adam, dropping in 2021.
Oh, see, like we were talking about this earlier. Like, you know, are we even gonna be alive when these movies? Like, you never know. Like,
I know, man.
You can't really get hyped for something that far away. Like,
that
fucking the world, like, you know, the way our president's set up, like, you know, shit could.
Even still outside of that, my thing is always still. I think that even Marvel, when I tell people this, I've been proven wrong multiple times over the years where now I know it's best to just shut the fuck up and let them prove it to you. Fact. So I can't even tell you about when the Marvel Cinematic Universe, before it was even like a thing, started. And when they first started making announcements about Captain America, and I'm like, whatever. And I'm thinking Thor, and I'm like, I don't want to see a Thor movie. Let alone them talking about.
I hated both of them shits too.
I didn't start liking Thor.
I did not. I know you differ on that. You did not like the first Thor. I liked the first Thor. I only had a problem with the Dark World. But still, regardless, I thought it was entertaining enough. My point was, even if I didn't love it, it was still the fact that I absolutely thought I was going to hate it. When they said they're making a Doctor Strange movie, all I could think of was like, D-list character. Who the fuck wants to see a Doctor Strange movie?
Shit was
fire!
Like I said, so they say, we're making a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Who the fuck is reading Guardians of the Galaxy? Nobody wants to see a movie of that. They shut me the fuck up every time.
Right.
So my thing is now, you tell me, hey, we're doing such and such. That's cool. I have no opinion until you show me what you're going to do.
Because I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with She-Hulk. Like, because I feel like the way that what I like about Disney Plus is they're playing with their styles of shows. So, like, you know, we have I'm bad with names. The Chinese. Shang-Chi. His movie coming out, which is going to start getting into the martial arts realm of Marvel. And then, so we have like fucking Doctor Strange 2. That's going to be like all fucking mysticism and fucking weird. That's going to be, what, the first Marvel horror movie?
Yeah.
That could be interesting. Because I don't really remember, the X-Men movie that's supposed to be a horror movie that never came out.
Oh, New Mutants?
Yeah, I was excited for that. just because of the whole concept
That
of
shit will never see the light of day.
never see the light of day. They have shot that movie. They shot that movie, yo. That movie's out there somewhere.
No, it's shot, but it's had like maybe 5 release dates and keep getting fucking pushed.
That could have been a really good concept.
It's not going to come out in the theater. We can pretty much assure that.
Yo, put it on Disney Prime. I'd watch it.
No, they probably gonna put it on there. I wouldn't be surprised if they put it on there.
As a Prime, Disney Plus original.
Yeah, speaking of Prime and Prime originals, fucking The Boys season 2.
When is that coming out?
I'm ready.
Yo,
that shit.
The Boys was so good. I had to start reading the graphic novel, and it's so much worse.
Yeah, my novel is much fucking worse.
There's a lot of dicks.
Most of Garth Ennis' stuff is a lot worse than that. That's why, like, I actually read Preacher when it was new, and then seeing the show, I've barely been able to make it through the show because
the show ain't there.
Garth Ennis, like, he's probably one of my favorite writers in comics because he made me love, like, when I got hip to Preacher and was reading that back in the day, and then when he started doing the Marvel Knights line, and he was writing for Punisher in the Marvel, like when they were hardcore, and that was dope. So it was so much stuff that led up to because he was doing it before they made the movie, because the movie was kind of based on his Marvel Knights run, but of course not as hardcore. So that's always the thing, that Garth Ennis is one of the most slept on, greatest writers. It's always these English dudes too. Always just like, he's so dope with it, but. Yeah, that dude he's a sicko, and a lot of his properties that get done that way, they're never half as bad as, what you actually see on paper.
Okay, well, I guess we done pretty much covered what we needed
box.
to.
We gotta talk about the box.
We do got, I'm saying, we gotta talk about the box set. We didn't definitely touch on everything else. So, Marvel has, first of all, they're doing a limited run of the official Infinity Saga box set that comes with every movie so far within the Marvel Cinematic Universe included. It also has a bonus disc that comes with it that has a bunch of mystery shit that we don't know is on there. And then it comes with like a signed fucking letter from the cast and the crew of everything that they've put out so far, and nothing else. Which is kind of fucking whack.
I feel like it should come with
it should come with a T-shirt.
It should come with a whole fucking Infinity Gauntlet.
It should come with
that bullshit
or something.
For $500, I need to have the fucking all the stones. Like, I need all the stones.
If it came with the stones, I'd give.
If it was just the stones,
like, I would wrap my fucking fist in aluminum foil, nigga, and get some 2-sided tape, nigga, and stick them stones to it. So, right, nigga, at this point, nigga, I gotta get foil, some tape, and some gushers, nigga. And
he said some gushers,
nigga, it's some bullshit, nigga. Like, for $500 though, and if you already own all the movies, you're literally.
See, that's what I was thinking about, because I really wanted to get it, but now that I know it's $500, no, I'm not gonna get it. But yeah, I think it's just cheaper to. I already have like maybe 11 out of the 22. Like, we got. I live right up the street from fucking City and Game Exchange. Like, go in there, get a couple $3 DVDs. Like,
for sure.
Like, obviously, there's some
that
I need Blu-ray,
but
like,
keep it funky. I don't fucking want Thor: The Dark World. I don't want to watch that shit.
I would like to have them just to have all of them. Like,
I mean, yeah,
that was like one of the first times.
$500 though.
Oh no, not for $500. No, I'd rather build my own. Like,
my nigga, like, I don't get a hand or foot job from Scarlett Johansson with that $500, nigga. I'm not spending it.
Yo, no.
I'll take you.
I'm sorry. I'm stuck in on getting that hand job from Scarlett Johansson.
I feel like a hand job from Scarlett Johansson would be a little rough.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think she has the softest hands.
You think she been playing?
Make her look that shit up.
No.
Like, she ain't got to put her mouth on it, but I just want her to be clean.
Anyway. She gonna walk away with that shit. Like,
you think she a super thug like that?
Yeah. She survived 22 Marvel movies.
I mean, I don't know, but I mean, she had stand-ins and stunt women. And I don't know, I was being pretty generous with this double-fisted shit because that's not me at all. So I don't know what I was thinking about.
No, I want that shit bad as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. And the nigga birthday is coming up, but you know what I'm saying.
I couldn't even ask somebody about it.
No, I couldn't either. So listen. So as a very generous substitute in me lowering the standard of what I want, but also still really getting what I want for a real nigga birthday. You know what I'm saying? Just Google Martin Luther King. I want one of them bitches.
You gotta spell it.
MartinLoofah King, my nigga. I want a Martin Luther King for my birthday. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't gonna give me one of them joints, I don't really know what to tell you, my nigga. Nigga, I want one so bad, my nigga.
I have a queen.
Martin Luther.
Lufa.
You know what I'm saying? Alright, man. I think it's just about that time, man. We can wrap this thing up, man. Anything else that we need to touch on before we get up out of this thing?
I want a Baby Yoda. That's all I gotta say.
I want to touch on boobies, but you know this is not the podcast for that. I'm sorry. Anyway,
Alright, cool. Well, look, make sure y'all following us everywhere, player. I, again, am Watts. You can follow me at BKA Watts.
Vigatron 999.
Mark Moore of Ghetto Kids Big Dreams.
GKBDTV is what y'all just go.
GKBDTV.
Yeah, Vigatron.com, all that.
Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, make sure y'all following the OG podcast, The Last of a Dying Breed, on our Load Network. Make sure y'all following the homies DJ K Nice and DJ Step 1. That's DJ K Nice with a Y, DJ Step ONE. Make sure y'all following the whole gang. Check out the Make It Pop podcast and My Morning Breath, starring the homie DJ K Nice himself. We appreciate y'all. This has been the first episode of Chicken and Flixx, and we about there, bitch.